subscribe. Moso Denning 76 here. Hey, I am recording a video so I can talk to you about my workout routine at 43 years old. And if it looks like I'm reading a script, it's because I wrote a script. So you're just going to have to deal with it. So 43 years old, and the first thing I want to say is, dang! It's a lot harder to stay fit in your 40s than it was in my 30s and definitely my 20s. I get fatter quicker, I get hurt a lot easier, and it takes twice as long to recover from any injuries that I sustain. So right now I'm dealing with a few injuries. I've got some patellar tendonitis going on from a leg workout that I did yesterday. It was already sore, but I decided to do legs anyways, which was a huge mistake. So if you're, in your 40s, around my age, and you already know that you're dealing with a minor injury, just let it rest and heal, because if you try to push through the pain, you're probably just going to make it worse. I've got that going on. I had back surgery years ago, so I always deal with that. When I'm doing anything that involves the back, I got to make sure that I use really good, proper form, and I usually don't go too heavy. I have, constant wrist pain. And I think I just got inflammation going on in there. It just always hurts, especially after and doing push-ups. And then I've got some kind of shoulder pain. It might just be pain or injury going on. But I plan on doing like what kind of workouts that I do and exercises I do that I'm trying to rehab my shoulder. And I'll make a video about that later. So I have been, I don't know, you could call me an active gym bro for a while. Since high school I started, probably I messed around with it a little bit in middle school, and then definitely in high school up until now. I've always been kind of a gym bro, kind of on and off working out. But I haven't always been up on the workout lingo. And just recently, while researching workouts to do, I found out about being a gym bro, and then also about the workout I was doing, which is referred to as now as the bro split. And what that essentially is the split up of the workout. So for example, a gym bro split would be chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, shoulders on Wednesday, arms on Thursday, and legs on Friday. And that's, with, a lot of gym bros, if legs are done at all, you'll see a person with a big upper body and then little teeny tiny chicken legs. So when I talk about gym bro split, that's what I'm talking about. But I've been doing that for such a long time. I wanted to know, well, what are some of the other types of splits? And the one that I found that I recently started doing is a push-pull split, and exactly what it sounds like. And if you're just going to do push and pull, you can throw in legs into those 2 days. So with push, you'd probably, you're pushing with squats. So you throw squats and in there with that, and then maybe calf raises because you're pushing off the ground or whatever equipment you're using. And then on the pulls, you throw in hamstrings and deadlifts. But I am not, because I don't want to spend, 2.5 hours in the gym on one day. I put legs separate, so I broke it down into push, pull, and leg splits. So for example, for me, a typical push day is going to be shoulder press, and usually I do a standing variation, whether that's with a barbell or dumbbells. Then incline bench press, then the bench press. And again, with these presses, it can either be with a barbell or dumbbells, depending on however you want to do it. Body weight dips or weighted dips. Lateral raises for the shoulders. Tricep exercise, and because I'm in the Army, we still have to do push-ups. I throw in push-ups there at the end just so I can train those. And then on the push days, I generally do cardio. And for me, since there's a running event for the Army PT test, I do some kind of running, whether I'm just doing interval splits or just straight out, a few mile runs. So the following day is my pull day. And what I'll do is I'll do lat pull downs or pull ups, shrugs, then rows, dumbbell rows, and then I'll do cable rows. Generally with the cable rows, because for shoulders, it kind of hurts if I do bent over rows to try to get those rear delts. What I'll do is I'll do a cable row, kind of a wider grip on a bar. And instead of pulling it down to the abdomen, I'll pull it up to my upper chest to make sure that I get those rear delts into play. And it's been working pretty well. Deadlifts, and these don't have to be in this necessary, they don't necessarily have to be in this order, however you want to do it. This is an exercise I do. And then at the end, I'll throw in a bicep exercise. And then at the end of pull days, that's when I'll work abs. So I'll work abs on pull days. And then on the third day, I'm moving into legs, and I'll do squats. And generally, I usually always start with squats, and then I'll do some kind of leg press, and I'll work calves in. So I'll do the leg press, and then after I'm done with my presses, I'll work in some calves there. And then I might, isolate calves for another exercise, and then I'll do leg curls. I don't do leg extensions. I heard those aren't necessarily good for your knees, so I just don't do those. I figure that all the squats and the pressing will be good enough for that part of my leg. On leg days, I'll create and perform a HIIT, high intensity interval training, to do for about 15 minutes after the workout's over, or else I'll just find a quick CrossFit workout to do. So every day, usually before the workout, I'll start out with 6 minutes of light cardio, just for a warm up, just to get the body warmed up and everything, I don't know, all the joints oiled and greased up and ready to go. And then at the end of the workout, every day, I do an entire body stretch. So I'll stretch each group and do my best to make sure that I'm loose at the end of the workout. So that's my current workout routine. What do you think? And then what workout routines do you use? What exercises do you do? And, I really want to see. So if you can, or if you want to, share in the comments. And this is Moso Denning. Take it easy.